Hello there, my fascinating Renaissance friends. How have you been since the last time we met, which was, last episode? How have you been? How has, the day, the time, and the situations been treating you? Well, I'm still, enjoying my February. I guess we have all, two weeks more. I think, in February before we get into March, and we're still in the process of savoring what February, means to me. Hopefully means to you because we've been trying to reframe this thing about birthdays, and I've started sharing with you. I think starting episode 64, I've been sharing with you life lessons that I wish I knew when I was much younger, so that every birthday, I didn't have to be a dread, but it could have been anticipated because I know I'm wiser, I know I'm stronger, I know I am more valuable, and things like that. All right, so we I shared with you the first two sets of six lessons. All right, and we will post it here, in the sheet that you can see, and so that you can have a segue. I'd like to dive in immediately to the next three. All right. Okay. So the seventh life lesson. I wish I knew when I was much younger. Let me read. The climb prepares us for the summit top. Be grateful for the struggle. The reason I want to dive in immediately is because there are a lot of things I want to share with you, especially in lesson number 7. It says the climb prepares you for the summit. And so be grateful for the struggles. I've heard the interview with Elon Musk. I've heard interviews with Steve Jobs and all these billionaires, all of these guys who have made it, and they're really saying that they would not have been, where they are right now, billionaires, tech giants, thought leaders, if they did not undergo the hardships, the failures, the near bankruptcies, that they had to try over and over again. But every next try, they knew better what not to repeat. So in the process, the successful launch of Starship, the latest, where the booster returned to Earth, but not on the ground. It did not only return to Earth, safely and did not crash, but it was captured, by the two, they say, sticks, in the launching pad. That was the first ever in engineering history. People are really saying that. Okay, how was I able to do that? Because of the many, 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 many failures that he has experienced, and of course it's one learning after another. So they were learning, when on the way to becoming successful every time. So what is really very frustrating, I'm telling you, whatever I've learned, whether it's technical, whether it's professional, whether even how to make a marriage work, a proper parenting, it's so exasperating, to be able to fail, But then again, that failure is not about failure until we stop trying. It's a struggle. It prepares us, to receive what is due us because of the many sacrifices we have, no? Okay, so number 8. Number 8 in our life lesson is the luckiest among us is the one. I love this. I love this so much. The luckiest among us is the one that owns the world, but the world does not own them. What do you think that means? Anyway, he can lose everything tomorrow and would not blink. Okay, it's attachment to things that tortures us. I had to really think many times about this, So the luckiest among us is the one who owns the world. I guess basically is really saying the one who made it, the one who made it. Maybe the richest man, maybe the most successful, maybe the most popular, the most powerful. Doesn't really matter, okay? But the world does not own him. Maybe, it means all of this riches, all of this power, all of this popularity and fame, they do not get into their heads. Like, hey, I'm this, and everything, revolves around them. It does not own them. They can lose everything tomorrow, okay? And I just read, the news, and it says there, Nvidia, one of the magnificent seven stocks, because of the Chinese startup DeepSeek, a Chinese startup, his stock value dove, meaning it crashed 17%, and that is equivalent to $600 billion worth of valuation. That's the biggest crash of one stock in US history, simply because of a startup. Can you imagine that? Okay, one day you are at the top of the world, you're number one in valuation, you're worth several billions, and the following day you just lost 600 billion. I don't know what I'm gonna do if that's the case, but this guy is still there. He says, we'll get into this, to find out what went wrong, etc., etc. Okay? So it says here is the attachment to things that torture us. Attachment, meaning we put all our identity, like I am this. So when this is gone, then we crash. Our world crashes. So if we are the most if we are the highest paid actor, and we are the most popular actor in Hollywood, and then something happens, maybe one mistake, the studio didn't make money, our film did not gross the highest, did not gross what it meant, are we going to call it quits? It's the attachment that tortures us. But if, let's say, if our fame doesn't own us, if our wealth doesn't own us, then we can really say, okay, fine, we'll go back there. So this is really, what I think is, for me, the realization was really, it was really something for me. And of course, the last one, the ninth one is ambition without action turns into anxiety, right? We have a lot of plans, we have a lot of ambition, but we would rather not, work smarter. We would rather not show up, and things like that. Well, that's what causes anxiety. Well, I agree there. Okay, so the next session, okay, episode 67 will complete this. I'll stop now, episode 66, with 7, 8, the 7th, the 8th, the 9th, lessons, and we will complete this next episode. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe, my friends, and don't also, forget to, to give your comments, in the comment section, and then we will engage in a conversation, because that's what I like, I pray that you are learning from me based on the followership, and based on our likes. It seems that you like my channel, like each episode. I would also like to learn from you and hear from you, my dear friends. Okay, so till next episode. Here, this is Malu Cervantes. In the together we're navigating the autumn of our life. Okay, goodbye.